Good morning, children. Yesterday I have completed the explanation of the lesson, The Little Genius. Just I completed the lesson. Now I want to read this lesson to you. So please open the textbook on page number 61. First I read out the lesson to you. We have completed hard words and explanation. And today I am going to read the lesson to you and give you meanings also. If possible, one more bit I want to give you. Okay, so let us start with the thing. Okay, so open page number 61. Put a finger on the line and listen to me how I read. Try to read it in the same way. Okay, let us begin, children. Listen to me carefully and put finger on the line. Run a finger on the line and try to read in mind. Matilda Wormwood is a genius. She is a little girl who loves to learn new things. Since she was a baby, she started learning things at a very fast pace. When she was 4 years old, she found the way to a library. When she was 4 years old, she found a way to library near her house. She started visiting the library every day and finished reading all the children's books. She has started going to school now and her teacher is about to find out how clever she is. Miss Jennifer Honey was a mild and quiet person. Miss Jennifer Honey, who was it? Matilda's teacher. Miss Jennifer Honey was a mild and quiet person. She never raised her voice and rarely smiled. Today we will learn the 2 times table, she said. Then, does anyone know the 2 times table already? Matilda put up her hand. Miss Honey looked carefully at the tiny girl. She was only 5.5 years old. Many of the students in the class were older than her. Wonderful, she said. Please stand up and recite as much of it as you can. Matilda stood up and began to say the 2 times table. She went right up to 2 times 14 is 28. 2 times 15 is 30 and so on. Stop, Miss Honey said. She asked, how far can you go? For quite a long way, I think, Matilda said. Miss Honey said, can you tell me what 2 times 28 is? Yes, Miss Honey, it's 56. What about something much harder like 2 times 487? It is 974, Matilda said immediately. Miss Honey was shocked. What about the other multiplication table? Do you know any of these? Do you know any of those? Do you know the 3 times table? Yes, Miss Honey. Do you know the 12 times table? Yes, Miss Honey. Miss Honey was very surprised. She had never seen a 5-year-old or even a 10-year-old who could multiply so easily. She said, what if I asked you to multiply 14 by 19? No, that's too difficult. It's 266, Matilda said softly. Miss Honey stared at her. Now, tell me, Matilda, Miss Honey said, how do you do the multiplication so quickly in your head? I have always said to myself that if a little pocket calculator can do it, why should not I? Why not? Indeed, Miss Honey said. The human brain is an amazing thing. Miss Honey wanted to know more about this little girl. She went to the blackboard and wrote the sentence. I have already begun to learn how to read long sentences. This was the sentence she wrote. She had purposely made it difficult. Let us see if any of you can read this sentence, she said. That's too hard, Nigel said. The first word is I, Lavender said. Matilda read the sentence. That really is very good, Miss Honey said. Miss Honey got to her feet and walked out of the room, but was back in 30 seconds carrying a thick book of poems. She opened it and placed it on Matilda's desk. See if you can read that poem aloud. Matilda read the poem at a nice speed. Miss Honey now knew that this was a special girl. It is a famous poem, she said. Poems may look easy, but it is very difficult to write a good poem. I know, Matilda said. I have tried writing poems, but mine are not very good. Have you? Miss Honey said, more startled than ever. Well, Matilda, I would like to hear one of your poems. Well, Matilda said, I have been trying to make up one about you. Miss Honey, what Matilda said? I have been trying to make up one about you, Miss Honey, while you have been sitting here. While we have been sitting here. About me, Miss Honey cried. Matilda stood up and very slowly, very nervously, she recited. The thing we all ask about Jenny is, surely there cannot be many you young girls in the place with so lovely a face. The answer to that is not any. Miss Honey smiled. It was much a broader one this time. Miss Honey smiled and it was much broader one this time. So, this is the lesson. You read it and we are going to write meanings now. Very few are there, hardly 13, 14. You are writing them 2 times each in your notebook. So, the little genius is our lesson. What we are going to do? We just now had a lesson reading. And now we are writing the meanings of this lesson. This is the writing work for you. Reading work, reading the lesson you must do. Okay. Now meanings. First one, genius, means very clever. Second one, recite, say aloud, before audiences. Third one, indeed, really, indeed means really. Fourth, purposely, means knowingly. Startled, shocked. Rarely, not always. Rarely, not always. Famous, well known. Eighth, amazing, very good, wonderful. Ninth, quiet. Silent. Tenth, mild, soft, spoken. Immediately, quickly. Stared, looked at. Continuously. Stared means looked at something continuously. We should have only short meaning looked at. Okay. So first read this. Still 2 or 3 more we will write again. Totally 12 we wrote now. Hardly 2 or 3 we will have now. So genius means very clever. Genius means very clever. Genius means very clever. Recite means say aloud before audiences. Recite means say before audiences. Recite means say before audiences. Indeed means really. Indeed means really. Indeed means really. Purposely means knowingly. Purposely means knowingly. Purposely means knowingly. Startled means shocked. Startled means shocked. Startled means shocked. Startled means shocked. Rarely means not always. Rarely means not always. Rarely means not always. Rarely means not always. Famous means well known. Famous means well known. Famous means well known. Amazing means very good, wonderful. Amazing means very good, wonderful. Amazing means very good, wonderful. Quietly means silent. Quiet means silent. Quiet means silent. Mild means soft spoken. Mild means soft spoken. Mild means soft spoken. Immediately means quickly. Immediately means quickly. Immediately means quickly. Stared means looked at. Stared means looked at. Stared means looked at. So these are 12 words. What are they? Genius means very clever. Recite means say aloud before audience. Third, indeed means really. Fourth, purposely means knowingly. Startled means shocked. Rarely means not always. Famous means well known. Amazing means very good, wonderful. Quiet means silent. Mild means soft spoken. Immediately means quickly. Stared means looked at. So 3-4 more meanings we are going to write. You are writing them 2 times each in your notebook and learn. Aloud. A-L-O-U-D. Aloud means loudly. Aloud means loudly. Nervously means not with ease. Or I can say uncomfortably. These are the meanings you are writing them total. Aloud means loudly. Aloud means loudly. Aloud means loudly. Nervously means not with ease or uncomfortably. Nervously means not with ease or uncomfortably. These are the meanings which you are going to write 2 times each in your notebook. So here we stop today. Let us continue tomorrow. Thank you, children.